Hello and good evening. Welcome to Create With Me Live. I'm just going to get set up here and wait for a few more people to join us. Hello and welcome back to Create With Me, everyone. Nice to see you here. Okay. Excellent, excellent. Just letting you, please let me know if I'm coming in loud and clear. Just give me a thumbs up. Okay, I'm just going to make a quick adjustment with my phone. There we are. We don't want that little knob in the way. Okay, looking good. Okay, so welcome to, thank you, Jane. Welcome to Create With Me. And if you signed up, you would have got the heads up on what we are doing tonight, and that is grabbing a few items, some natural, some found, some just around my studio, and we're going to explore some patterns using the Gelli plate. As I've said before, hi. Hi, Lady Red. Oh, nice. And I bet everyone's weather is so completely different from each other. As you can see on my Gelli plate, I still have some of those charcoal marks. Now they're going away eventually, but I do remember a viewer who made a suggestion. Some of you have suggested baby oil. I've tried the alcohol spray. It took some of it off, but I'm finding it as I'm using it, it's not really showing up on the prints themselves, but that's okay. All right. Hello again, Lady Red. Hello, Jane. So give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you even have a Gelli plate printer. Because I remember hearing, oh, the Gelli plate printers and this, you can do that. And they really are amazing. And when I was getting ready for today, I was, still filming my upcoming offer that's coming out soon. And I thought, you know what? I'm just not using my Gelli plate enough. And this is what will happen when you do. You get to know what colors you like and work well. And also, I've mentioned cohesive collage papers. That's so helpful for your artwork. You get to know just what mediums work with each other on the plate, what objects work or not. And I've got a couple of natural items that we're going to try. I did a quick test earlier because I haven't used it before. I think I used it once before, but not enough. Oh, some of us have several. Well, I have, I've got my small 5x7. the 8 by 10 and then the 11 by 14 because I do, and it's like, it really feels massive. That's awesome, Lady Red. Great. It's so good to have a play on your Gelli plate, but we all know the huge amount of collage that you can create in just like half an hour, right? Not that we want to, be careful, but it can build up in your studio. And then you have to go through the pile. And I have these little signs here. I don't know if any of you do this. This is string that we're going to test out in a moment. I have keep, definitely let go, and maybe. So with the let go, it's just the color is brass, but even though I'm learning that you can use it, but you've got to let it go because you'll just have too much paper. Keeper, I already made a keeper tonight. I'm going to show you that with my first test of colors. What colors do you like that go together with the layers in the front, in the back? Do you want them to be dynamic? Do you want them to be subtle? Then you're playing with value. You're playing with hues. This is a great place to explore mixing your colors together. So it's a win-win for me. And if you are new here, give me a thumbs up if you're new here. If not, hello, and I am so grateful you are back. Okay, I'll just wait. So I'll show you the colors that I want to explore with, and I will, let's see, will I be brazen enough to dash across my studio and bring this painting back? You know what? I think I'm going to do it. These started very different when I put down the first layers, but I love how they turned out. And they're in my very similar, adding yellow oxide, burnt sienna, and the turquoise. You can brighten it up a little bit with some orange. Like you could use your, a fourth or fifth color, but your majority colors, and look what they are. They are a red, a yellow, and a blue, but in an earth tone. And I thought, you know what? I really need to explore these. So here's the set. And I do a wraparound. And I've been doing the wraparound canvas for a long time. And as you can see, there's lots of collage. There's lots of meaningful images or just old text papers, words, numbers, and of course, my black that I love. So if you're interested in learning how to go about creating this way, get on my email list and you'll know when I'm ready to give out my offer. And I just love looking at those. I'm setting up some new shelves in my studio just so I can, you're surrounding yourself with your, I've been reading, and they refer to them as glimmers, things that really give you joy. And our work gives us joy, and why shouldn't we show, as well as putting those on the website, which I have not yet, but I will. Okay. All right. So let's see. I have not used the very easily accessible. This is a very solid roll from not a paper towel roll or a toilet roll. It is from the plastic sealing packages that you get for sealing your food for the freezer. And when it runs out, you get this solid, real solid cardboard. And I thought, these are the only ones I want to save. And I also want to have empty ones, and I want to use my glue gun and make some different patterns. So that's coming up. I think what we're going to do for the next couple or so lives is explore the Gelli plate. Give me a thumbs up if you would like to do that. Different objects from the home, from outside. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to start with blue first. And learning to not overload your plate is I think important. So each time I load the plate, I'm using less and less. And hello, if you are new here, I am Michelle Holden of Michelle Holden Art Beyond Mixed Media, because we go way beyond mixed media. We go into intuitive art journaling for our abstract art. That's a lovely, and these are straight. We're not worrying about mixing tonight, though I want to do that in the future. Oh, look at that. See, it's lifting already because it's drying. So I'm going to put some down, some more. These are the things that you learn. Ooh, look at this. This roller is picking up the paint instead of putting it on the plate. Interesting. I thought the rubber was different when I ordered it, so I'm going to switch. This is a speedball. Oh, it's doing it again. See, this is what I'm saying. All right. It must be dry in here in the studio. So things are drying quickly, and it's going to be tricky to make a pattern. So let's do this. Let's work quicker. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it on the bottom. I'm going to hold it down. It's sliding, but that's okay. Okay, let's just see what kind of imprint we get from that. Things are not perfect around here because we are exploring new things. Something that is new to someone, that isn't new to someone, I should say, might be new to someone else. And I always love the ghost print. Okay. Oh, it looks a lot more interesting on paper than it does on the print. So I'm really liking this here. So I'm just going to put, I'm not going to put that. I think I'm going to go with orange. Actually, no, let's go with white. And I don't worry about it mixing, as I know that it's going to be a lighter value for this pull. We're also going to pull some transparent papers, and I have some new specialty papers to show you. This is printing paper for printing. It isn't copy paper. As you can see, it's a different size. It's a little longer. Let's see what happens this time. And if any of you have any advice or solutions that we can share or that you might want to share with the group, please feel free to do so. I have no idea what's going to happen. This is the, oh wow, you should see what's happening. The edge is better than the middle because it has that grunginess, and that's one of my favorites. This area is really interesting. But you know, I'll take it. I'll put another pattern down and we'll use this. So I'll just put this to the side. Let's see. I think we're going to go with black. Oh, that one's running out. Uh-oh, I need more black. Hello. Is it, how do you pronounce your name? Is it Bruja? Rubia? Let me know if I was close. That's the tricky part with live videos, getting everybody's name right. Now, this is really interesting. It's sort of bothering me a bit that one brayer is doing that. Whoa, there's some black. It's going to look really cool with this turquoise. I'm just going to use one of my favorite, I have several, of course we all have several favorite stencils. And I love to let the plate build because at the end there's some really nice grungy pulls. I've got some advice from a subscriber, sorry I forget your name, who said if your stencils bend, as you can see, you can, I guess, put something over them with a warm iron and press on it and it should flatten again. So if anyone has that issue, that's the advice. I haven't had time to do it yet though. So I'm going to take that one that we just did and I'm going to put it on top. And this is where you need to not use the printing. I really need to get my vocabulary down for this printing business. But your fingers need to be able to push down so the paper gets in between those openings on the stencil. All right, let's see how we did. Oh yeah, I love that. What do you think? Okay, that's a keeper. Okay, now the ghost print. I think I'll use, nope, I think I'll use a nice clean white for the ghost print. Okay. So I'm really liking the grunginess of this. And I know there's one more, so I'm going to use yellow oxide. This is my squeaky brayer. See, I would like to add a little bit of my parchment, but there's enough paint on there already. Interesting. Having some issues this evening. It must be dry. Something different is happening in the studio. I don't have it, well, I do have a fan on, but it's on low. Okay, I'm not going to go over it again. Let's see what happens now. Bruja rubia. Okay, got it. Love it. So, how many layers, and you can just put the number, do you like to use with your jelly plate on one collage? How far do you go? Is it 3, 4, 5? I have yet to surpass, but I don't, it's not all jelly plate. I use marks, and then we use, oh, I've made multiple papers with lots of marks on them. Here we go. This is beautiful. This is my favorite. And look how well it goes with its opposite, but in a black and white version. Okay, these would be really cohesive together on a piece. Okay, so this is the one I did just before we started our session tonight. And you can even see the charcoal and those interesting little, but I like that. I never want a perfect, I'm never going to go for the perfect pull. At least not now, but I might change. We're always evolving, right? 3 or 4 layers. Okay. All right. This one is 1, 2, 3, I believe. Okay. And this is cedar. Not all of us have access to cedar. I'm in Ontario, Canada, and we have cedar. Oh, our whole yard is in the back is trimmed with these giant cedar trees. And oh, it smells wonderful. So when I use, and I'm starting to use my natural objects, I picked some grasses, and I'll show you those. There's some netting from a bunch of limes or citrus, the netting, this sponge, and we just want to see what happens. And then I had this item from the dollar store, and I thought, well, I'm not really going to use it for anything else. I might as well use it as a stamping tool. And it turned out really cool. I also have pine needles that fell from our numerous pine trees. And I'm just going to disperse some on the plate. I hope it's not going to hurt them. I don't think, just to see what kind of marks they'll make. I'd also love to make a paintbrush or a mark making tool with these. All right, so I'm going to try to do the same thing again, replicate this. So I started with the blue, and I won't put so much this time. I'm going to go back to this one just to see what's going on. This is the turquoise. Okay. And I like things to be horizontal. I like to crop them. I don't want them in a natural formation. And if I had willow leaves or the grasses or anything, I would also do that. And we're going to try that next, but with the string. Okay, so I'm going to use, not this one, I'm going to use a plain piece of newsprint because when I press down with my fingers, it'll get in between and lift that blue paint more than the other paper did. And this is where you need to get in between those little branches or the cedar leaves so you can have an impression from the cedar, a clearer one. This is the practice that I'm referring to. When we're using objects from nature, what are some do's and don'ts? Has anyone else used objects from nature on their jelly plate? Okay, let's see if I pressed enough. And if you didn't, you can use, say, the corner. See, do some more lifting just to get a really nice, okay, I think that's good. Now I'm just going to lift them off, and me pressing has left an image, an impression. I'll put those to the side. And I love turquoise with an unbleached titanium, or this one is called parchment because of that patina feel. Now, I'm not going to use my dryer on a live just because I think it's pretty dry. I'll be careful. Okay. Should I? I'm going to use this one. Oh, we've got a little black happening, and that's okay. This will be in the background. It won't be as bright as this one because of the gray that's happening with the mixture of the titanium and the black, but that's okay. All right. I'm going to use the same paper so we can compare. There's so much to learn from our jelly plate printing. Okay, let's see. Oh, wow, it's even more interesting. So I love the interesting leaves of the cedar tree. And here they are side by side. Very usable, both of them. Cool. Okay. So let's try the burnt sienna with the string. So in my new offering, we'll go a lot deeper into the jelly plate, creating all sorts of multiple layers transparent papers, using our own writing and marking on it like this. Getting of course, a safe brush and just a semic. Now, right now I'm not using real words, but I like this. I've been really into that lately. Let's do this one over this charcoal before we do the string, because we're in good time. It's also good to do a test of the amount of paint you're using, but just trial and error. That's how we're learning here. So there's some charcoal, there's some other marks, and I would go another 1 or 2 layers on top, going maybe, I would definitely use this and maybe some gold. There's also some metallic, it's called mirror. You can add to any paint to get that glistening. And that's also a beautiful sort of gem to add to your abstract work. Okay. I'm going to leave those marks there and see if they do show up. Then I'm going to do, those are horizontal strings. Then I have a long curly one that I'm going to use first. Who here has ever just tried common items in your household? String, a sponge. I can't wait to see what that does next. Okay. It's amazing how they turn out. Jane, thanks. You'll notice you'll put your string on the very same way as your marks go. I wasn't even planning that. I want to put another one. I want more line on there. Okay. Let's use a clean white one. Let's move that. I love an exploration day. Either making collage paper, I call them my just multi-layering and other ways, not using the Gelli plate, my gestural collage papers. If you saw the episodes from past lives, you'll see some of those. And I still have lots left that will make collages after this series. Oh, wow. Isn't that amazing? Look how clean those lines are. Those are so great. Very cool. I don't know how I'd use them. I think I want another layer or 2 on top. Can't wait for the ghost print though. So let's do the ghost print a bit different. We're going to use a piece of transparent deli wrap and some matte medium. And of course you need a clean brayer for that. This is the one I use for the clear mediums when I'm making transparent papers. All right, so I don't know if that's too much. We'll find out. Now this has to grab, so there's probably some drying time, but I'll just keep rubbing this. It shouldn't take too long. In the meantime, who's going to be experimenting with their Gelli plate printer this week? Hello, everyone. I am so grateful for you joining me tonight. It's nice to see we have 22 tonight. Oh, now we have 19. Anyway, that was the biggest number yet. Yes, thank you. Hit that button. Hit the like button. You can share it with anyone, but just at least hit that like button, because we know how YouTube works. All right. And I have been growing this channel for a while, and I plan to stay here. Oh, okay, we've got a lift. We have liftoff. It's not perfect. Oh, but probably if you had a little more patience, it would, oh no, it's not bad. Not bad. All right. This would be very interesting on top of something bold, like this. Okay, so now we're building a coherent bunch of collage papers. You see, when you overlay that or overlap, then you might have a little piece of something here, and very earthy, very seasonal and fall, but you know what? That's okay. Even a piece tearing or cutting. I love transparent layers. They are so amazing. Okay, simple with string. Now we're going to try it horizontally. Oh, I just had to show you this. Look how this goes with this. Now, if you were developing, you might want to use more of this. Common name is rust, of course, but we know it's burnt sienna. Through the rust techniques, pieces of old metal, I've been collecting those, and you know, storage is an issue, right? And I don't know if I'll have time this fall before it gets cold, but you just let those pieces sit on some good quality paper, not expensive paper, but something that can handle the weather, and then you have all sorts of interesting collage, or at least a start. All right. Okay. I think I'm going to use the burnt sienna again. Did I say it was burnt sienna? Yes. I'm really loving this color, especially with a warmer blue like the turquoise. So this was called patterns, and it is marks, but to be, you know, more correct, pattern is a mark that repeats. So that's what we're getting into, especially when you find a mark that you absolutely love. I found a new one the other day before yesterday. Notice how I'm placing them? I don't want them the same. I want them differently spaced. I want the spaces different. And I am going to make sure, for some reason I'm a stickler, that it's an odd number. Because in nature, on our planet, nature doesn't have even numbers. You have odd numbers. And I might make the odd one cross. This is now feeling like the element of water or something. Okay, let's see what this will look like. And I am going to, after I do this one, we're going to go with some more layers on the other papers that we've already made, just to see what we can get. Like your archer, you think you're done, keep going, because there's way more layers that you can come up with. Now that I like even more than the squiggly all over line. Let's compare. Which one do you like? Left or right? Please show me in the comments. I'm loving this one because a lot of my work it's rectangles, horizontal, water, elements, layers. This is interesting though as a difference, just to put somewhere for tension. Yes. Aha, 3 rights. I know. So then you would, okay, I like it. It might be, okay, but this is definitely a keeper. And I would jot on the top, explore more with some other colors. Okay. So I can't wait to see the ghost print. I'm going to do the ghost print with the unbleached titanium or the parchment here. So I think it'll look really cool. I won't do that transparent, even though I could, but we know what that would look like. Let's see what this will look like. This is very thick. I'm liking the liquid, so I don't want to smudge those lines. If I was working in my studio, I would use my hair dryer and really make sure those are dry. So just to let you know, a heads up for that. And sometimes I like to leave these ovally shapes. I don't like to spread it perfectly. Okay, let's see if that will show up. Anybody here join the Gel Printers Summit this year? I'm so busy, I don't even have time for courses. I'm just busy creating one. All right. Oh, wow. It's grungy. It's imperfect. It's imperfectly beautiful. Wow, look at that. Okay. So, you seeing how a cohesive bunch of papers are coming together? Oh, really loving the summit so far? Yes. I think a lot of them they're making stamps, and there's a whole different sort of style this year. Just by the ads that I've been seeing. Okay, now I would like to experiment. I'm going to all right. I don't know. These are new markers. I got them from Temu, so I'm not sure. Oh, good. They do work. These actually, sometimes your white markers in the Posco dry up. I don't know what happened, but I'm loving this. These really work. So you're setting up your pattern, and I like cropping. These are ovals, not circles. And it's really, oh, I'm very happy with this marker. White permanent marker. Yeah. That is going to dry. And I don't think it'll take too long tonight because it's dry in here. And what background color, because those will be in the front, should we use to make this bunch of collage papers cohesive? I think we'll go blue. Just give that a moment. Does anyone here like to work with or still exploring a specific color palette on their Gelli plate lately? Oh, it's your first year. Oh, awesome. I have joined other summits. Oh, I forget, with Kelly Wynn, because she stopped them. Oh, I love some of those. I did a few of those with, I love when there's a variety of artists because you get such a good mix. All right. Okay, we're just gonna go for it. And if you want to make sure, of course, considering your contrast in light and dark. So you can also go subtle and make, I think I've done that. That's been on my YouTube channel. And by the way, don't forget Sunday vlogs. We're making a whole bunch. I forget, there's a whole bunch of, a mark making series, mindful mark making. And wow, it is really amazing because it makes you feel so good. And it's just so many benefits. So I'm going to use the white again, just to see. And then, as I said before, I can't forget, we were going to add some stencils, just to experiment with some different colors. You can go opposite colors for it to be dynamic. You can go just a subtle difference in value, and you get these amazing, subtle, muted collage papers. Or you can go with a high contrast. So let's see if I had a thicker marker or I use paint with a paintbrush to make those ovals, that would have worked as well. Okay, just wanna, and sometimes the real Gelli plate artists, leaving it to dry overnight, it's like, whoa, wouldn't that be something? So we're getting a good impression. Okay. Very cool. I'm liking that. I'm liking the beginning anyway. All right. So let's use white. And I'm going to go with circle. I'm going to stick to that theme for this piece. And I'm going to use a stencil, my circle stencil. I've got a couple. I've got some new ones on the way. Can't wait. Okay. I had a quick change of mind. I'm going to use this one instead as a contrast for the circles. Now the circles are going to be behind a layer. All right. Okay, I'm liking that. And it would have been even more interesting, say, if those larger circles were a darker color and then the white, or the opposite. So that's what you could play around with. Light and dark, which one is push back or forward? Okay. I'm going to use this one to pick this up. The deli wrap would have been good too. It's always nice to have a nice variety of transparent papers with white, with light, dark, medium, subtle, calm. Then you can really have some good choices. I thought it might do this. So it's very subtle, almost transparent. What do you think? Okay. All right. So let's take a look at what we've made. Oh, I haven't used my sponge, just for texture. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that with the blue. I know we're almost out of time. Not quite, but we're close. So, pattern. So I'm just going to dab that sponge in a pattern with the most interesting textured side. Some of it's going to get picked up. I've not used a sponge before. Cool. Okay. And I think I want to use, still a little moist, but we're running out of time, so. Okay. I don't know if anything's going to show. The brayers are a little grabby, but I'm liking what's happening for a first layer, just to have that visual texture. And if anything doesn't turn out like the way you want it, sometimes you get a good surprise. Oh, wow. It did pick up the texture. I love this blue with the, it has an antique feel to it. So I would definitely make my own marks on top, do another stencil. There's so many possibilities. So we've got that. We've got these beautiful rusty colors. And in such a short time, look how many different starts we've had. I definitely would go further, especially making my transparent ones. Look at that. Wow. I'm loving the cedar in this patina turquoise and parchment or the unbleached titanium. Loving that string. This reminds me of the desert or something interesting. I love this. This one. That was the oval stencil. That was the first. This was the ghost print. So that was a fun night. Just introducing the Gelli plate printer, using it with patterns. You are welcome, Jane. And everyone, if you could leave and hit that like button, before you leave, hit that like button to help me push and develop this channel. I would be very grateful for that. Okay, just waiting for some likes on my channel before I go. And sign up for the Create With Me. I also have letters from the studio. If you want some behind the scenes and some art musings going on from me. Also, the 5-day free course. That is also a great start to intuitive art journaling, to start your practice. And we will continue, I believe. I think we just need some more Gelli plate printing time. And also to celebrate the Gel Printers Summit. I'm not an expert, but I'm learning just along in my journey as well as you. So thank you, Lady Red. Thank you, Sasha. And don't forget to hit that like button. Bonnie. Hello, SWL. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. I really appreciate it. Okay, so I will see you next week, and happy gel printing and creating. Bye for now.